All right, let's dive into a story today. It's about what happens when two very different worlds smash into each other. You've got the world of quiet, careful craftsmanship, and then you've got the world of high stakes, big personality deals. We're calling this one the museum grade frame. This one line, it just sets the whole thing up perfectly. This story is for anyone who's ever valued substance over style, especially when it's their own money we're talking about. It really boils down to a single question. Are you putting your trust in a flashy performance or in a process you can actually see and understand? So let's get into it. Meet Nadia. Now, she's an art collector, but maybe not the kind you're picturing. Her passion isn't just about the finished painting hanging on a wall. Nope. She's obsessed with the little details. The joints in the frame, the texture of the paint. For her, it's all about how things are built, and built to last. And here's the thing. She took that exact same philosophy and applied it to her money. For Nadia, capital wasn't this exciting, high-stakes casino game. It was something valuable that needed to be preserved. It needed to be protected by a strong, clear structure, just like a priceless piece of art in a museum. Okay, so you've got Nadia's mindset, right? All about careful preservation. Well, here's where the problem starts. Her worldview just slammed head-on into the way private deals usually work. And honestly, it often felt more like a performance, almost like a magic show. You can totally picture it, can't you? These meetings filled with so much confidence, these amazing, smooth stories. But the actual paperwork always felt like it was an afterthought. The real pitch was always, trust me, trust the charisma, and hey, don't get bogged down in the details. And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? It's these two completely opposite worlds. On one side, you've got the performance, which is all about charisma and confidence. And on the other, you've got the craft, built on solid documentation and clear structure. They were trying to sell Nadia the glitzy stage, but all she wanted was the solid frame. This line, man, this is a powerful warning, and it came from one of Nadia's friends. And get this, he wasn't even losing money, but he was losing his peace of mind. He was just constantly dealing with radio silence, sudden surprises, and this nagging feeling that he never really knew what was going on behind the curtain. Hearing that from her friend, that was it. That was the moment everything shifted for Nadia. It just made her stop and really think about what she was willing to put up with. And it all led her to ask this one, very simple, but incredibly profound question. Just let that one sink in for a second. Will it move in daylight? It's such a perfect metaphor, isn't it? Is this whole process going to be transparent, where I can see every single step? Or is my money going to be slipping through shadows and mysterious black boxes? So with that one question guiding her, she started looking for something different. And she found it. It was presented by an advisor who got it, who understood what he called reputational safety. And this whole approach felt different from the absolute get-go. And right away, can you see how different this is? There was zero pressure, no rush to get in now before it's too late. The very first thing she got wasn't a pitch. It was a document. Just one page. Simple, clear. It wasn't an invitation to hurry. It was an invitation to actually understand. As you can see, the entire process was designed around one thing: clarity. Instead of some charming story, she got a system. Every single step, from that first document to the final closing, was built to get rid of any confusion. Okay, but this quote, this is the real game changer. This statement completely reframes what's valuable. In that magician's act world, a lender's peace of mind, that's their problem. But here, it was treated as a core feature of the deal itself. And this is the promise that really sealed it for Nadia. No black box. It's a direct, upfront commitment to total transparency. A promise that she would never have to sit around wondering what was happening behind the curtain because, well, there was no curtain. So what happened? Well, Nadia went for it. She participated. And the whole experience, it wasn't a thrill ride. It wasn't exciting in the way those smooth talkers had promised. It was something else entirely. It was deeply satisfying. And this timeline shows you exactly why it felt so different. The whole life cycle of the deal was just professional. The closing was uneventful, which, let's be honest, is a fantastic word in this context. The updates were predictable, they were backed up with proof, and when something did change, she wasn't blindsided, she was given options. And the exit, clean, simple. And through this whole journey, that's when it all clicked for Nadia.
She finally realized what she'd been looking for the whole time. It wasn't about chasing the absolute highest returns. It was about finding partners who operated with the absolute highest standards.
And this brings us right back to the beginning. That feeling she had when the deal was done, it wasn't a jolt of adrenaline. It was that deep, quiet satisfaction you get from seeing a job done right. It was the exact same feeling she got when she looked at a masterpiece perfectly preserved in its museum-grade frame. So that leaves us with a question, right? A question for all of us to think about. When you look at your own capital, or your work, or even your relationships, are they moving in daylight? Are they built on that solid frame of clarity? Or are they just a performance funded by charisma? It's definitely a question worth asking.